In this video, let's look at some of my favorite top 10 accessories that you should look at for the brand new S24 Ultra. With the brand new S24 comes a brand new set of accessories that we can look at. And boy, is there a lot to look at in these accessories today. So let's set the phone to the side and start on the official Samsung cases. So there's many more than these, but I thought these two were some of the highlighted picks of the offerings that Samsung has. And this is ranging from a leather case to a silicone case. And the silicone case comes in several different colors, ranging from this white to other bright, vibrant colors. The only thing I wish that these would have done is actually come in the colors of all the phone styles as well, or phone colors as well, just so that you had the case to match the phone color. So like this blue, they would make a blue one, but they didn't. But overall silicone, this is actually a very stiff silicone, so it's not flimsy. We can see here that I can't really bend it much, maybe here a little bit at the buttons. What is nice, of course, with Samsung cases and some other brands as well, that they don't do any shortcomings around the camera lens. They actually take their time and do the hole cuts out around the device. So we can see here that it fits on really great and covers all the lenses, gives just a tiny bit of extra coverage. It is a thin case, so it does still get a lip to cover the screen as well, but we can see that it's just a tiny bit higher or almost flush to the lenses on the camera. So if you wanted something to really protect the camera lenses, I would look at something else other than this. But as far as grip, this is fantastic for grip case without adding much bulk. Now, of my two that I've looked at so far with these Samsung cases, I do prefer vegan leather case. So let's see what it looks like in this generation. And of course, with leather, you get the finish, and over time, of course, scratches and scuffs will actually add characteristic to the leather. It is a very firm case again with good grip as well. But overall, of my two Samsung ones I have here, I do prefer that with the vegan. Okay, now on to another brand, and that is Spigen. So I got a couple different ones from Spigen here, as well as, in my personal opinion, one of the best all-around screen protectors that you can get for any type of device. And this is a tempered glass screen protector. I like Spigen's a lot because it comes with a 2-pack as well. So it gives you a little versatility. But before we get into the cases, let's open up the screen protector and get one of those put on. So the nice thing with this is it's basically fully outlines what you're supposed to do, which is essentially you put this on and then you take this peeling off and you push down on it laying down on the device, and this basically adheres the screen protector to the device without any guesswork in how to align it. So this is why I really like this one. Toras as well is another company that provides these essentially lineup devices to get the device set up just right, and I really like that. So let's continue here. Let's see, I bet in this little package we'll have some wipes. Yep, so let's clean off the device, of course, first, and then we'll use one of these cleaning wipes just to make sure we got everything off of it. Okay, now we're ready to apply. Before we take this off, we actually need to pull the backing off so that it will adhere. We'll take this off. Do not touch this because at this point it's sticky. And this is what we actually want to set on the phone. Again, just make sure one last time. Do a swipe down on the phone. Make sure there isn't any dust or anything that could cause a bubble. Now we're going to set it on the phone at this point. Make sure that, again, top is here. You don't want it flipped upside down. Now you will remove this protective sticker, which will now allow us to the device. Lift up, we'll remove this as well. And now we have a screen protector installed. You might have a small bubble left. Most of the time you can push those out, and there you go. Perfect screen protector applied on every edge without any issues. Now at this point, we'll discuss the cases that you can put on that are from Spigen. Okay, so this one is probably going to be my favorite just because of how it looks, but basically is Ultra Hybrid. It's a very thin case, but what it also does is kind of like D-brand skins. If you're into skins, maybe you want to do a D-brand skin instead of a case. There's another option for you, but if you really want a case, get one of these. I'm not going to pull this off right now. This allows you to see the back of your phone like if you had it open. So we can see here now it looks like you don't have a case on it, and this is what the inside of the phone looks like with the coil and the cable and the ribbon to the cameras, etc., and some information about that it's a Spigen labeled. So pretty cool stuff. It allows you to have a case still with a nice lip on it and a little bit higher protection on the lenses, and it's pretty solid silicone. You won't have any issues with it holding up. I wonder over time with this clear case, because of clear cases, are we going to eventually have some discoloration? Maybe, but time would have to tell on that. But overall, I really like this specifically because of the design on the back. And this is their liquid air. Again, another very thin case, but this is their thinnest case they make. Their liquid airs are supposed to be very thin, almost like you have no case on there. We can see that this silicone is much more bendable than some of the other rigid ones that we've looked at. We can see that the edges may eventually over time wear and be able to come flimsier on the side. And this is a really good texture quality as well, easy to hold onto the device, and the buttons are textured as well, allowing us to be able to fill the buttons easily in our pocket and still have a lip on the front of the screen as well for protection. And of course now we have that glass screen protector as well built in, so I feel like even with these thinner cases you're very protected even if you have a drop. This case should still be able to take some damage, and with the glass screen protector you should be good. So we're not done with cases just yet. So we have 3 more cases to look at from a couple different brands, ESR, Toras, and Pitaka. So we'll look at that one here last, but let's look at ESR and Toras. ESR has a benefit here in that it does have MagSafe in it and a kickstand. Toras has some of these capabilities as well. So let's break open to this one first. And I can instantly tell this is more of a silicone case too, but we can tell that this has some ghosting to it or shadow. So cool design on these. I really like this kind of style because depending on the color you have underneath, or if you have maybe even a skin underneath, you might still be able to see it, and it bleeds through some of the colors more than a full covered case does. And so let's get this on here. We can tell, like all the other cases, full protection on the ports, but this one definitely has a little bit more of a rise around the camera. I like what they did here. They actually put a rise around the full housing to definitely separate from the lenses, but then of course each of the lenses of course have covering around them as well. But of course we have the MagSafe and a little kickstand here at the bottom that you can just pull open with your fingernail and be able to set your phone at varying distances. So I really like this one just because it has literally everything that you could need in a case. They even put these rubberized shock absorbents on the corner because that's where you're dropping your phone most of the time, is on corners. So it gives definitely a more rugged feel, but not too much extra bulk to it. Does a good job at covering the cameras and has MagSafe and kickstand. So I really like this one from ESR. Okay, Toras also makes numerous cases for the Samsung product line. I just went with one of theirs for right now. But as we can see, Toras did something similar as well, like I mentioned ESR did, and they have MagSafe compatibility as well. But what's different about theirs is they have the kickstand in the base of the case. So good quality as well. I see a little bit of flexing here at the top, but overall quality is still great with the case. Let's go ahead and put this case on, and we can see that the case fit great. Good protection to the buttons. I do not like this and how the cameras are completely free of protection. Now there is of course a lip around this which would help of course from drop, but I do see, since this is fully open, this is probably going to be a dust magnet, and getting dust collected around the lenses and probably eventually on the lens may be an issue. Of course MagSafe, and then a very robust and solid hinge on the kickstand. I do like the kickstand probably a little bit better than the ESR. Your preference, of course. You may like that because of this being open, you can pull through some of the color of your phone and show that off a little bit, so that might be a reason you like this a little bit more. And last but not least is the last case we'll discuss today, and that is from Pitaka. And these are very thin cases, but they are made out of carbon fiber. And there's actually 2 or 3 different colors with this. There's a sunset, there's a solid blue, and then I believe a standard black. I really like Pitaka cases just because of, look how thin this is. And if you did notice, they even were able to implement a magnet in here for MagSafe, so you get that as well. If you're very much about the minimalist lifestyle, this is the type of case to get. Okay, so we can see here that it doesn't fully cover the sides, but it does give enough of a lip up over it that if you did drop it, it's going to land on these corners likely, and not, because of the lip here as well on the side of the case, not directly on the phone. So of course with a case like this, you take a little bit more of a risk, but I do like that the cameras are very well protected, and of course has no interference with the screen protector from Spigen. So in my personal opinion, if you're very much about minimalist lifestyle, this is probably the case to get, because you still get the MagSafe in there as well as a great filling carbon fiber knit. You can even see how the fabric is knitted for the carbon fiber with this case. I really like this case. Now, a couple more things that I recommend you getting with this S22 Ultra, and these are just things that I've already owned or utilized with other Samsung phones, but I really like them because of the S24 Ultras and some desktop features that it offers, and that is Samsung DeX. So if you really should check out Samsung DeX, but what you will need is a USB-C to HDMI adapter at the very least, so that way you can plug it into your phone and output to a monitor or TV, etc. You can make your phone into a trackpad at that point, but basically what DeX allows you to do is have a desktop computer essentially, but running all from your phone. It's fantastic. I really like DeX. It's one of the only few out there that do a desktop system for Android, and Samsung is definitely the best about those desktop versions of Android, and it offers you access to all the apps that are on your device just in a more desktop multi-window feature. And lastly, to go along with that desktop experience is a portable keyboard. This is just one of my favorite that I've used for quite a while. It'll be links in the description to it. But this one is nice because it offers both the keyboard and a trackpad in it, all folded up in a nice form factor that can easily be folded out. And then you have your keyboard. This is like a 60% style keyboard. It's really small. The trackpad is small. You could go with like a Bluetooth mouse, but it still offers the ability to use a trackpad, or at that point you could use the trackpad of the screen. These are all things that I really like to use with Samsung S24. Some of these, like I said, were pieces that I've used before with S24 because of DeX. A lot of it's new. So let me know in the description below, what is your favorite case? What accessory? Maybe I'm missing something that you really like. Maybe some MagSafe accessories. Maybe you'd like me to go over some of those. Leave in the comments of any questions you may have, and look below in the description for affiliate links to all these items. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.